Hello, Star Bear Cubs. Welcome to another Messages from Spirit reading for those who are drawn to this reading at this time and for whoever it resonates. I've set my intentions for Spirit to just let us know whatever it is we need to know. All the information about this reading, the decks that I use, and anything else you might want to know are in the information box below. The first card I got is Envy. I am the same as everybody, but with different challenges. Okay. Envy. Nothing else. Oh. Love came out right after. Love. I commit to the practice of seeing the good in all things. Okay. Love and envy. I hope you're all getting some rain where you are. We're finally getting a little bit here in Canada. It seems evident that rain is needed. We got a time for healing. Yeah, that's true on many levels. Okay, from Wisdom of the Oracle, we have soulmates in reverse. It's got the two penguins, male, female. She's got a keyhole in her heart, and he's got the key. He's also wearing a cape. Okay. Actually, I'll put this down here. Put that one there. Oh, but that was reversed. And we got To Be Fair. Well, that card's come up a few times, where she's balancing the scales of a fortune cookie and an egg. This might have come up at the last Messages from Spirit reading, I think. And she's got an owl on her head for wisdom, seeing through illusions. And then I got Mending, which already I can see goes with a time for healing. So there's a time for healing either within yourself or with another person, or maybe with several people. So I'm just going to read from the book for those Wisdom of the Oracle cards. So for soulmates, we have for essential meanings: harmonious partnerships, love, friendship, companionship, a relationship fostering personal growth. And because it came out reversed, I will read the protection message. An important relationship brings you to your knees. This is the kind of soulmate who comes with a powerful gift. Your patterns and all your old stories that don't serve your well-being enter into this dynamic so you can heal them. This person is called to a sacred task to help you learn, even if it seems uncomfortable, sticky, or even inconceivable. The question is not, why did he or she do this to me? But rather, what is the gift in this? Look into this mirror. You will only be changed for the better. Okay. So that is the soulmate's message. So now I'm going to read To Be Fair. The essential meanings are balance, justice, a need to consider options, mutual benefit, the law of cause and effect. The message is, life offers experiences that are challenging and experiences that are nourishing. Yet over time they strike a balance. You move from being, from stasis, to doing. From discovering, to loving, to letting go, to being again. Life is a pendulum swinging between all of these states. You will always oscillate back and forth between doing and being. If you are not content with where you are at this moment, remember that all experiences have their place. Accept them without judgment and you will see how the universe adjusts in perfect balance. You reap what you sow. For every cause there is an effect. Wondrous things will be revealed now. And last, I will read Mending. The essential meanings are forgiveness, making amends, healing after arguments. Each time we are hurt and allow the hurt to pass through us without understanding and integration, we accumulate an unwanted burden. This keeps us chained to the very things we need to heal, the pain, the memories, the echoes of resentments, and the arguments that we rehearse over and over. Now is the time for mending rifts, healing wounds, and letting go of the old hurts in order to reclaim your power. Now is the time to forgive, to release, to make peace, and to make amends to others. Set yourself free. Right, so clearly there's this ongoing theme of healing relationships with others, perhaps a romantic relationship, friendship, yourself, and the need for balance and justice. And I know this theme keeps coming up over and over and over, but that just means it's important. But maybe there will be a different angle to this. Perhaps today it'll be a slightly different version for those of you who felt drawn to today's reading. All right, we got Desert Vision Quest. So this is the need to go somewhere on your own, do some introspective work, some meditation. The way vision quests work within certain tribes is the young men, when they hit a certain age, will go into the wilderness far from their tribe. They won't eat or drink for days, and they will just stay where they are and wait until their spirit animal reveals themselves to them, and until they have a vivid vision of some kind that they can bring back to the tribe, to their people. And so in this case, this is implying that there is some inner work to be done, some learning that you need to do that might actually involve taking yourself out of familiar surroundings, going and sitting by a river, taking a vacation, even if it's just like a whole day away, maybe in the mountains, in a forest, whatever nature you have near you, and really just commune with nature and find a comfortable spot and ground yourself. Get into a calm, contemplative state. Perhaps meditate or pray, whatever resonates for you, and see what comes. And now for the tarot portion, I'm going to draw 3 cards. The first will be you at this moment, the moment that you find this reading, if it resonates, if it's your story. The next card will be your current obstacle or issue. And the next card will be advice from Spirit. So the card representing you right now is the High Priestess, and she is very tapped into her intuition. She's sometimes seen as secretive and is more about keeping things to herself, but she has vast knowledge. She's connected to the wisdom of the Divine Feminine. She's connected to the moon, the cycles of the moon. But she invites you to really tap into your intuition, your gut feeling, what you know to be true, which is absolutely something that would happen on a vision quest. So you right now are being given this invitation to take the time you need to heal whatever is not healed, to mend whatever is not mended, either with yourself or with others. Now is really the time for digging out our mental closets and maybe for physical closets, to just sort through all that's there. What do I need to keep? What do I need to get rid of? And sweeping it out. And anything that's not, any loose ends that are not closed. But also any relationships that don't serve us. I know this message has come up so many times, and not just in my own readings, but in countless other tarot readers. This is just what's going around. You know, take care of your business. Tie up loose ends. Resolve things. Move on from things. Because we are moving into a new era. We are looking towards a new earth. A new future. We have the power to rebuild this world from what it is now. There's so much that's wrong, that's unfair and unjust. There's so much that needs to be balanced and righted in this world that we all see it now. There's no denying it. There's no, none of us can claim ignorance. It's there right in front of us. It's all over the media. So we need to prepare ourselves to become architects of this new world. We need to prepare ourselves to be warriors of love. Because love is not all about fluffy bunnies and rainbows. Love is really hard to maintain. Whether you're using love in your words or using love in your actions, or maintaining a stance of love amidst conflict and strife and turmoil and even being attacked. Love is proactive. It's not passive. And it's hard. Make no mistake about that. It's hard. It's a high calling. But we need to take this time that we're being given right now. The world is literally on pause for many of us. Many of us were laid off from our jobs. Many programs and events were canceled. Socializing was canceled. So much was canceled, put on pause, that was time that we were given to do the healing and closing up loose ends and resting and healing. So you are in this place now of starting to examine that. And maybe you've already started to do the work. Maybe you're thinking about it, but feel you don't have the time, or you don't want to go there, you don't want to deal with that. But guess what? Your current challenge is Queen of Water, which is the Queen of Cups in traditional decks, and she's also intuitive. She is the queen that is in tune with her feelings, and she contemplates and meditates. I mean, look at her. She's Zen, at least in this one. She's seems to be in the middle of her vision quest, waiting for insight, waiting for inspiration, doing the internal work necessary. Water, or cups, is the suit of emotions, feelings. So there's a lot of work we have to do with our feelings and emotions. We need to find balance in that area. We need to create balance in our romance relationships and balance in our friendships, as this card depicts. And of course we have to be fair in the middle of that. So, but it's the work that you yourself need to do. It's not a matter of ending this or starting that or walking away. This reading, I feel, is particularly about the work that you need to do, whatever it is that you need to do to maintain that balance. And the only way you can do that is spending time alone, finding your footing, creating a foundation that's really solid in who you are. And also taking responsibility for everything that has happened in your life up until this point. I had an epiphany the other day that in order to really love myself right now in the present moment, in order to really embrace who I am, I have to be 100% okay with everything that's happened in my past. The good, of course, but also the bad, and the challenges and the struggles, the mistakes that I made, but even the things that happened that didn't feel fair, that felt unjust, that felt like rejection or being left out in the cold, being abandoned. Whatever happened and however I reacted to all of those things, those were my responsibility. So a big part of healing is accepting responsibility for everything that's made you who you are at this point and owning that. And now is the best time, the present moment is the best time to determine the course of your life, the trajectory of who you are and who you want to become. We are being given that time now. The world literally was slowed down so that we all would have time to reevaluate who we are and who we want to be. And a big part of that is healing and drawing our energy back from the past that we've been pouring into the past in regret and in resent and shame and heartache, and also pulling our energy back from the future and worries and anxieties about how the future is going to look. There's no point in worrying about the future because it hasn't happened yet. And the more we worry about it could, in fact, put energy into manifesting that future. I'm still trying to figure out how envy plays into all of this. I'm the same as everybody, but with different challenges. I struggle with this card whenever I get it because I don't see this as envy for what someone else has or what somebody else has achieved, but rather looking at someone else's life and wishing it were yours, wishing that you could have their life. But the reminder with this card is to never envy other people because you don't see their struggles. You don't see what they had to overcome. You don't see the mountains they had to climb to get to where they are. You don't see the challenges that they have. So you should never, ever envy. And maybe this is a message to certain people, specific people or a person, but never, ever envy anyone else and look at them and think, oh, they're just so much farther along than I am. Maybe it's spiritual enlightenment envy. Oh, look how enlightened and woke they are. And they're so much more advanced than I am. But you don't see how much they had to go through to get to where they are now. In fact, so many inspiring, wise people who we look at and we think, wow, they're so strong, they're so gifted, they're so talented. But more often than not, if there's an autobiography of theirs that comes out, or even if they had an interview, you'll find out something shocking about their past that they had to overcome. I saw a video recently of Maya Angelou, and she, of course, was very inspiring, very strong-willed, passionate, social justice-oriented activist. And she went through so much to become that strong person that she became. Oh, and a writer, a poet as well. So never ever envy others. Just learn to embrace yourself. Learn to love yourself and not envy others, because you can't do both. You can love others, definitely, please do, but do not envy others. That will hold you back. That will hold you back. And I think that's actually a specific message. I'm going to put love in front. That's, I think, a specific message for someone. Okay, and advice from Spirit. So advice from Spirit is Messenger of Air. And I've been seeing this card a lot lately, and I have a fondness for this card because this is just a card that's, I feel, greatly misunderstood or often interpreted one way. So the Messenger of Air is also the Knight of Swords, and so in traditional tarot he's seen as charging towards a situation, holding his on a horse and holding his sword up. So it looks kind of aggressive, looks kind of like he's just being arrogant and just rushing in and rushing out kind of energy. And yes, there's an element of haste and speed, but I also see, personally, I see the Knight of Swords or Messenger of Air as being coming in with clarity and truth and vision. Information is coming. So I feel like advice from Spirit is to collect information. So take what you learn and integrate it into your subconscious. Taking what you've learned up to this point, and as you do your mental housekeeping, cleaning out your closet, take some time out, sorting things, tying up loose ends, mending relationships, preparing for a new chapter. As you do all of that, you do need to be sort of with the energy of an investigator, a journalist, somebody who's collecting information, except that you're doing it for yourself. And whatever you feel drawn to look at and examine. It also means a lifestyle change. And it is fast. It's fast. So I think what you're being told is that as soon as you focus your mind on the task of sorting out loose ends and learning what you can and being introspective and healing things and meditating, that change will happen fast, because you're already on the cusp of it. You're already in high priestess mode. So you are in the right headspace. And look, she's looking, I love this. They're looking at each other. Your current challenge, and I'm not sure I made this clear before, but your current challenge is to get in that state because perhaps you don't want to do the work. Oh yes, I did say that. But you are still looking towards the information. To me, this implies that it will be fast. Once you make that decision, I mean, the information, whatever it is you have to gain, insight, you know, if you need closure, lack of closure comes from sometimes not having the answers that you want, not understanding why something happened, why a friend stopped talking to you, why a relationship fizzled out, why you lost your job, or why this, why that. Lack of closure comes from not knowing the truth. So this could be either you realizing the truth through your own introspection and insight, or it could be finding out the truth, finding out a piece of information that frees you, that allows you to move forward for closure. The truth is waiting for you to just look to it when you're in a meditative state and you have the strong intuition right now. You're in a really good place for that kind of connection. So yeah, and the Knight of Swords also represents a light bulb moment. And actually it's I love how the cards got placed here. It looks like she's meditating, praying in contemplation, and whoop, there's the light going off, and here's the insight coming in and getting the information that she needs in order to heal and in order to bring balance and mending and in your relationships and friendships. Wow. I hope this makes sense to someone. It makes sense to me. But of course, I know what I'm trying to say in my mind. I'm not always sure it comes out that way verbally. So we're just going to close with some animal oracle cards and a crystal spirit card. Wow, interesting. The animal cards are just flying out today, so I don't think I'll take them all, but a couple of these make sense to me. We have the emu. This is a good time to go on a new adventure, like a vision quest perhaps, or yeah, somewhere where you can go and do a lot of thinking. That counts as an adventure in my books. You got the cat. A time to strike out on your own and relinquish your overdependency on others. Yes, so even though I said that some of the healing will be with relationships and partners, lovers, this reading is very much personal, focused on yourself, focused on the individual. So you need to, your priority needs to be to do what is best for you and cut off any envious feelings or any feelings that are emotions that are holding you back, and cut those out and move on from that energy. It's about getting yourself into a more positive, productive energy, because like I said, we are all sort of being given this wonderful gift of being the architects and designers of this new world that we're creating. Then we have mouse. You're overlooking some important details, so pay closer attention to what's going on, which is the high priestess energy, which is what going on a vision quest will help you do. We got owl. Your ancestral spirit guides are offering you guidance now, so I keep wanting to say play instead of pay. Maybe you are supposed to play as well. Bring in some fun and laughter into your life. Pay close attention to signs and omens from them. So yes, you are being guided. You are being helped in this process. You are not alone, even though you are focusing right now on yourself on the individual level. You do have your guides and your guardians, your angels surrounding you. And we have the kangaroo. Be grateful for all you are blessed with. Of course, gratitude is very important. That is an important aspect of being present-minded, and also helping you move forward, and also helping you to envision what kind of world you want to create, is by being thankful for what you have now, and then you'll know what it is you want to envision moving forward as well. So now we're going to close with a crystal spirit. Crystal spirit message to close this Messages from Spirit reading. What do the crystal spirits have to say to either summarize or tie everything together, or encouragement, or to clarify? We got orange calcite. The essential meanings are creativity, the pleasure of birthing something new, sensuality and sexuality. The creative force of the conscious universe flows through you, and this is a fertile time for you as you feel your connection to the source of all inventiveness. Right now, your ability to channel creativity and birth something new is exceptional. Oh my goodness, we were just talking about creating and designing a new world. Orange Calcite Spirit's message is to fully inhabit the role of artist and co-creator, for you are the creative type right now. Being playful as you exercise your imagination. Being playful. Just have to throw that in there. Remember how that word kept popping up? It will help you organize what you want to co-create and how you might take action toward fulfilling your deepest desires. As you begin to craft something new, you will feel inspired and filled with optimism because the conscious universe is actually coming through you to express itself. You are both the created and the co-creator, an expression of the conscious universe and one who expresses its creativity. Fulfillment, purpose, and joy are the gifts you receive when you become a clear channel for the artistry of the conscious universe. Begin to heal the wound. Ooh, I'm getting tingles. Begin to heal the wound of the past created when you were told no, or you said no to your potential. Say yes to yourself today, for your creative soul is urging you to let it express itself. Start by drawing, painting, dancing, singing. Use any art form that puts you in touch with your awesome inner artist, for it will help you remember how powerful a co-creator you are. Wow. I have to add as well, and I love that this is a heart, because when we are disappointed in the past, when we are rejected, when we have unhealed wounds, it actually hinders our heart chakra and hinders other chakras, which anytime you have a chakra that is blocked, it prevents our flow of energy and also limits our creative and manifestation abilities. So all of this, the purpose of all of this is to really gain balance, which also means having all your chakras open and functioning fully to enhance your creative abilities. And by being one with yourself, you can be one with others. As you can see, there are 2 faces in there. So the work starts within and starts individually. And once you've done that individual work on your own, then you can expand your sphere and bring others in and really start to make an impact. Wow. I hope this made sense to someone. I hope this was inspiring and encouraging. And let's just go forth and create this new world and make it as beautiful and wonderful as we know that it can be. Love and light to you. Oh my gosh, wait. Lost my page. Lost my page! Kevin, chop that out! So I'm gonna just back up.